Welcome to Smart Okasan TV, your #1 top channel for the latest updates on Biafra news, things going on in Biafra land, and the hottest trends in entertainment. As you are about to watch this video, try to like, subscribe, comment and share for orders to...
All of us, including my humble self standing here, all the politicians in northern Nigeria, in the last 15 years, we should be held accountable to what is happening in northern Nigeria in terms of poverty, unemployment, lack of education, lack of security. As of 2016, some of us that live here in Kaduna, and Northwest in particular, were not aware of anything called banditry, kidnappings, or insurgency. If there's anybody here who is aware of that, can also attest to the fact that as of 2016, not 2019, 16, there was nothing like kidnappings even in Benogwai. I can tell you that for a fact. What went wrong?
Come, let me tell you the major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves. In fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see hatred, if you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, if you carve out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem, but our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth, and that is why we continue to somersault in this kind of issue.
We have had a northern president from Katsina for 8 years. Before he came, we did not have a single IDP. All our local governments were safe. Now Katsina State, 22 out of 34 local governments, that is 65% of Katsina, is under siege. Borno State is more secure and safer than Katsina. That we had a president who is from there. That is a failing of us northerners. We need to look at ourselves. And now here we are. We have a leadership. We have a vice president number 2 who is from the north. We have a speaker of the house who is number 4 who is from the north. We have an SGF who is from the north. We have the senior most military officer who is from the north. We have all the ministers of defense from the north. We have the minister of police from the north. We have the national security advisor from the north. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will look at us and say, you guys have no excuse not to bring peace to your land. So it is up to us to look at ourselves in the mirror, we northerners, especially those in government, and lock the door and say, people, how do we take care of these problems? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the southwest cannot come and bring peace to us. It is us that must bring peace to ourselves. And it is not the military that will bring peace. I've said it again and again, banditry can never be won on the battlefield. We are just putting the military to clean up after this mess. They're everywhere. So northern leadership, all of us, must come in, lock the door and sit down and see how we can bring peace to our land. 15 years of Boko Haram, 9 years of banditry. Are we going to continue this forever? I have friends in the United States calling me and say, did you see the primary school where these kids were taken? Blown roof, nothing there. Well, this is the leadership of the North that fuels all of this. And we're looking elsewhere, we're blaming somebody else. No. Leaders of the North, those in government and out of government, it's time for us to look ourselves in the face and say, we have failed our people, we need to do better. The military cannot bring peace to ourselves. None. We must all get involved and stop this nonsense, this Boko Haram, this banditry.
I don't mean to be rude. I don't want to be rude to anybody, and I don't want to disrespect anybody, and I don't want to insult anybody. What I'm saying is that is the real truth. The real truth, the real problem of Nigeria, are Northerners. Northerners, Fulani, Hausa are the problem of Nigeria. They don't want our Nigerian progress. If they are not the one in power, then nobody can do it. It's only them that can do it. If you say you deprive Igbo people from having what is supposed to be theirs, allow them to go for their Biafra. If you say Yoruba people are not competent, they cannot rule Nigeria, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, should just stay and rule ourselves. If we kill ourselves, that's our business. You cannot say no, because Igbos, you think Igbos are thieves, Igbos are wicked, Igbos are this, they are that, they are this. There is no way that there's not the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you cannot help the Igbos, allow them to go. If you cannot carry Yorubas, if you don't want them to rule you, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, will rule ourselves. If it's going to be better. We are one Nigeria, so we want the best for Nigeria. So we should look at where we are going wrong so that we can perfect it.
This terrorism, this banditry, this carnage, it's not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times they are the governors, the people in power. They are the ones doing it in connivance with foreign mercenaries. Can you remember? Have we forgotten when they said there is a no-fly zone in Zamfara? Why should there be a no-fly zone? There isn't even an airport in Zamfara, but aircrafts land and they take off from Zamfara. And let me tell you something else. In Zamfara, every container that comes from China ends up in Zamfara. You know why? Because in Zamfara, the soil in Zamfara has all the strategic minerals that you can think of. So when the containers come in from China, they land they end in Zamfara, and a bag of Zamfara soil is today sold at 5,000. So they need to displace the people to allow them to continue with their mining.
Why are the Northern leaders angry? Northern youths angry about Tinubu? Why are you angry? Are you people stupid? Sorry for using harsh words, but are you people out of your senses? You people say you don't want to build the North. You people say you don't want to build your son. Do you know how long you people have been in power? What have been the tangible thing you people done for North? When we are on the power, we wanna do something that will generate revenue for now. We wanna create job, create company, we wanna create seaport where we say money go enter North so that industry go dey North. Now no dey do that one. Now only bandit and kidnapping una service sponsor.
Vice President, there is NSA, there is what are they doing to address this issue?
How bad is the seeming neglect of the northeast region of the country? You understand that region very well.
No, northwest. I understand northwest. I don't know northeast. I will tell you, the north. We complain in the northwest that we had a president that we never had anything from. Go to Katana today, where I come from. There's nothing that we had a president for 8 years. The northwest, let him tell us what he's done. He couldn't even complete the Abuja to Kanu highway for 8 years. How more neglectful can that be?
The same thing that the governor of the Northeast is saying. They say, in fact, in terms of infrastructure, the economic corridors have been abandoned.
Absolutely.
In terms of road network, in terms of railway construction. I mean, what has been happening so much that it looks like this has happened over the years without anybody? Could it be the insurgency that has ravaged that region, that destroyed all of this infrastructure? Or that region has been like that for years?
No, I'm not, and I'm not minimizing the issues that the governors are raising. The Northeast, because of Boko Haram, has literally been devastated. You sit down with senior military officers that were there, that fought in the field, they will tell you, this is not what we would wish for any region. The whole region has been devastated. Outside Maiduguri, there's not much. The whole region, education is pillaged. We have malnutrition there, the health. Look at the number of doctors in Maiduguri. You would cry. The region has suffered the devastation of Boko Haram, and that is what we are seeing here. And that's exactly what is translating in the Northwest. The region has been in a mess for now 15 years, fighting a war for 15 years. No region can sustain what the Northeast has gone through. The question is, what have the governors been doing? What do they do? Now governors are awash with money after removal of subsidy. How have they been taking care of the issues of the people? Education, health. They went to Bauchi and they inaugurated the mansion of the government house, as if that's the priority of people of Bauchi. Governors are awash with money and their priorities are messed up. The reality is, in the north, not only the northeast, three major problems: ravaging insecurity, excruciating poverty, and hunger. It's all over the region.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. We don't hear the complaint of the northerners and their leaders and waiting they happen for inside northern Nigeria. No be today this thing don't start to dey happen. It don't think where this matter don't dey solve for inside northern Nigeria. But the thing where they be say, now these same people where they complain now them engineer them and now they empower these boys to do everything where they do for inside northern Nigeria. So why do they come out, they come complain now again? Who they won't complain give? Now they bring the problem and now they know how to solve this problem. If they like, when they complain from now to eternity, if they don't sit down on a round table, if they don't devise method to solve this same problem where they create, the problem will consume them. The literacy rate where they for inside northern Nigeria, the poverty rate where they for inside northern Nigeria, now then be the major cause of this insecurity where they happen for inside northern Nigeria, because their leaders, they take advantage of the fact say these people don't get basic education. Then they use them as talk and then they use them as mercenaries to fight their own political opponent. But today it don't cast and all of them don't they lament. Them no say if they don't solve this problem, now time bomb waiting to explode na it be. For me, now the northern leaders now bring the problem and I don't know how to solve this problem where they carry come. If they're serious where to address this problem, they go start to tell themselves the truth and they go solve this problem. But if they don't solve this problem, make them know say this problem will consume them. So I go play the remaining part of the video, make we hear waiting other people they talk about this matter. But before that one, if today that be the first time where they visit our channel, make you like, make you share, make you subscribe.
A living legend. The Federal Republic of Nigeria owes nnamdi an unreserved apology with immediate release and compensation. I'm saying this because when he was talking about the Fulani trying to take over Nigeria, it was as if he was blabbing. People could literally say, this guy is a noisemaker, he's talking gibberish. Nobody took him serious then. What is happening today? Today, even the so-called northerners, that the houses now, we don't even get to hear their voice. Fulani already successfully took over the north. Fulani is in middle belt. Fulani is in southeastern part of Nigeria. So Fulani is in Ebonyi State. Fulani is in Enugu. Fulani is in Abia State, Imo State, some part of Anambra State. Fulani is in Delta. I learned that in Delta, they will buy your land by compulsion, build them, and forcefully become part of the community. And you don't dare do anything. That is in Delta. Fulani is in Edo State. Fulani is in all parts of the West. I think excluding Lagos State. Fulani is in Oyo State. Fulani is in Ondo State. Fulani is in Bayelsa State. Timaya tweeted about it the other day. And Fulani is invading Nigeria in each passing second. Nnamdi is a man of great insight. He was talking about it. When he said that Tinubu wants to become the president of Nigeria, I think Tinubu was still the governor of Lagos State then. We didn't see it coming. Today, what is happening? Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. This man has seen this thing, and when he was talking, nobody listened to him. This detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a gross infringement of his right as a human being, as a British citizen, a Nigerian citizen, or Biafran citizen. He should be released with immediate effect. He should be duly compensated, and he should be apologized to. Public apology that will go all around the globe, because he was talking about it. I want you to listen. Watch this video.
Anywhere you have Fulani headsmen, terrorists for that matter, they tell you, oh, they are pastoralists. They are allowed to do their businesses in the forest. All of you are aware of it. But you kept quiet, hoping that somehow Tinubu will emerge as the president, or an Igbo man will come as the president, and your family will start enjoying. But in the meantime, you have no more farmlands, you have no more forests, you have nowhere you can call your own home. The same stupidity exhibited by Hausa peasants that enabled Fulani to take Sokoto from them, that enabled Fulani to take Katsina from them, that enabled Fulani to take even Kanu from them. Every Hausa land is occupied either by a Fulani emir or a Fulani governor. Some of you don't want to reason. You don't ever learn that the main aim of Fulani is to conquer your land and enslave you. Look at Hausa people today. As I wrote yesterday, they are worse than a discarded tissue paper. They are worth nothing. Only their language is what is relevant in their lives. Everything else is lost. That is why they are in trouble, and that is why they can never ever come out of it. They are all suffering from what I would an advanced version of the Stockholm syndrome. Can you imagine that these people came into their land and took it over, and they cannot do anything about it? Hausa is gone. It took Fulani very many years before they came out of their shell to say we are Fulani. Remember before, many years ago, they told you we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani, because that time their subjugation of the Hausa race hasn't been completed. Now they have completed it.
When this man was talking, nobody listened to him. Nobody took him serious. Today, what is happening? You know, if not that he strategically inaugurated the ESM boys who were in the bush, I don't know whether they are still there now, I don't know. If not because of the ESM boys, the Fulani invading of the Southeast would have been successfully, signed for long ago. By now, it will be past tense. But thank God for the little resisting force. And again, if you look at it strategically, it looks as if that the higher powers of Nigeria they are holding a stake in this insecurity. You understand? Because their body language says it all. You will call police and this is happening, you are not going to see them. You will report to governor that, oh, they are killing people in this community. Governor is not even going to respond. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to say anything. As if though what they are killing, they are animals. Even if they are animals, there's what we call animal rights. In the Western world, you don't kill. If you kill a dog, you can be jailed. If you kill a cat, you can be jailed. So there's acting as animal rights. But we're talking about human beings right now. The Igbos will be crying, shouting, insurgency, insecurity. Nobody said anything. Okay, now it's now touching outskirts of Igbo land somehow, When they are killing people, maiming lives, raping women in the bush, report it to the government. You are not going to hear anything. Nothing is going to happen. But just hear that the one cow. It's in Nigeria that a cow is priced higher above human. Just one cow. If you hear that one cow is down, then there's going to be a riot. Before I even talk about one Fulani is down. Federal government of Nigeria owes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu an unreserved apology. That is what I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a hero. In fact, his face to appear on one of the currencies. Maybe today or tomorrow or later, whenever, but his face to show is a true hero. Thank you for engaging with my videos, but please help me to share this video. I think I'm making sense. Please help me to share the video. That's the only way I'm encouraged to do another one. When I do a video and you're not sharing it, it makes me weak. Like, I don't know, I get discouraged. I'm just trying to encourage myself. The only way you can help me is to watch the video to the end and share the video.